them all what I'm made up. Strut down the hall, won't stop till I get enough.
So if you follow like the intersection between Hollywood and Broadway, you're always looking for those interesting moments where they connect, right?
Oh, yeah, those crossover points.
Well, something pretty intriguing just popped up. It feels like a new kind of bridge is being built, one that could give us a really cool insider view.
Okay, I think I know what you're referring to. It's definitely compelling, especially the timing and, well, the platform involved.
Exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive into Variety's very first Broadway edition of their Actors on Actors series.
Ah, yes, that makes sense.
Now, people probably know Actors on Actors from, the Oscars or Emmys season, that great format where potential nominees just sit down, actor to actor, and really talk about their work.
It's usually pretty insightful. You get beyond the standard interview questions.
Totally. It's like getting the real scoop on what makes these performances work.
And for anyone maybe like familiar with the Broadway side, the timing here is, well, it's not accidental, right? It links directly to the Tony Awards.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Tony voting. So our mission for this deep dive is basically to unpack this really exciting lineup of conversations and figure out what makes this Actors on Actors Broadway debut so interesting.
Sounds good.
By the end, you should have a really clear sense of why this is kind of a significant moment for the theater world this season. Okay, let's dig into this lineup because it's pretty buzzy.
Yeah, looking at the pairings they've put together, Variety's clearly aiming for some, let's say, electric conversation, some big names.
Absolutely. I mean, first up, George Clooney. Obviously, everyone knows him from massive films, Good Night and Good Luck, countless others, sitting down with Patti LuPone.
Yeah.
A total Broadway legend currently starring in The Roommate.
Right. That pairing alone, it immediately makes you think, doesn't it? Their approaches must be so different.
That's what I was thinking. Clooney mainly in film, LuPone, such a titan of the stage. What kind of insights could come from that conversation about process?
Exactly. The demands of film versus live theater, maybe surprising similarities in how they prepare, could be fascinating.
And it keeps going. Then you've got the incredible Audra McDonald, a Broadway royalty, right? Gypsy, so many other things, talking with Jake Gyllenhaal, who was just in Othello.
Another really interesting mix. McDonald, so deeply rooted in theater, and Gyllenhaal, who's made some really significant, acclaimed moves onto the stage from film.
Yeah.
You wonder if they'll talk about, like, the energy of a live audience versus the control of a film set. McDonald's perspective on doing 8 shows a week.
That's intense.
Oh, for sure. Okay, now, for anyone who is obsessed with Succession.
Uh-oh. I think I know where this is going.
Get this. Kieran Culkin, who was brilliant in Glenn Ross, by the way, paired with Sarah Snook, his on-screen sister.
Wow, Shiv and Roman reunited.
Right. And she's been getting amazing reviews for The Picture of Dorian Gray. That's a conversation people are definitely going to want to see.
No kidding. What do you even, anticipate there?
Right.
Actors who have that kind of chemistry and history from TV, now talking theater. It's a great question. They must have such a shorthand, right? Does that make the conversation about craft, deeper somehow, even outside the whole Succession thing?
Could be. It'll be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out in this context.
Okay, couple more pairings. Nicole Scherzinger, who's starring in Sunset Boulevard right now. She's talking with Jonathan Groff, who's always fantastic, currently in Just in Time.
Another solid pairing. Both incredibly talented performers.
And then, rounding it out, the hilarious Cola Scola from Oh Mary with Darren Criss, who's in Maybe Happy Ending.
It really shows the variety, no pun intended, of what's on Broadway now. Different styles, different kinds of shows.
It really does. And what's interesting, too, is that even within these pairs, it's not always strictly film person versus theater person. Lots of crossover backgrounds.
True. Many have feet in both worlds.
Variety's co-editor, Ramin Satuda, actually said they were, quote, thrilled to expand one of our favorite franchises into Broadway. He talked about unexpected meetings of legends from the stage and screen.
Unexpected meetings. I like that phrasing.
Yeah. He even specifically mentioned the Succession reunion and called these engaging actors on actors conversations, saying they're some of the best they've ever done. So, high expectations.
It certainly sets the stage, as you said. That unexpected part suggests they're hoping for some real spontaneous moments to come out of these pairings.
Absolutely. Okay, so you're probably thinking, when can I actually watch or read these? And this is where that strategic timing really kicks in.
Right, because Tony voting is happening right now.
Exactly. So putting these conversations out now It's definitely deliberate. It puts these performances, these actors, right in the spotlight for voters and theater fans at this really key time.
Makes perfect sense.
So the actual release schedule. The conversations, they filmed them at the Rainbow Room at Rockefeller Center, which is pretty cool.
Oh, nice venue.
Yeah. They're being released daily, one pairing a day, from April 22nd through April 26th.
Okay, so rolling them out just as people are making their final Tony decisions.
Precisely. They'll be on Variety.com and all their social media channels. So easy to find.
That daily release strategy keeps the buzz going across the whole week, too. Smart.
And for people who still like print, the magazine issue hits newsstands on April 23rd, and it'll feature some of this content, too.
Good to know. Multiple ways to catch it.
So yeah, to really get why this Broadway edition is a thing, it helps to remember how established Actors on Actors already is, right?
Yeah, it's not like this came out of nowhere. It's a flagship series for Variety, usually focused on the big film and TV awards, Oscars, Emmys.
Right. It's got a reputation for those really genuine, in-depth chats about the craft. It's become a staple of award season coverage.
And it's well regarded, too. Didn't last year's film version get a Webby nomination or something?
It did, yeah, a Webby nomination, which kind of underlines the quality. You know, these aren't just fluffy celebrity interviews. There's substance there.
Definitely.
So what does this mean, then, for the theater world specifically? Right now in the thick of Tony season, why does this Broadway edition feel significant?
Well, I think it shines a different kind of spotlight on these performances. Hearing actors talk shop with other actors, it can give you a perspective you don't get from, say, a standard review.
Yeah, that's true.
It can really highlight the artistry, the sheer work involved in making theater happen night after night.
It's almost like peer recognition made public, isn't it? When actors you respect are digging into a performance with the person who gave that performance.
Exactly. It adds a layer of credibility, maybe. And for Tony voters, hearing that kind of detailed discussion, it could potentially resonate, help a performance stand out.
Yeah, it keeps it fresh in their minds during this really crucial voting period.
Yeah.
It's definitely a savvy move by Variety to bring their platform to Broadway like this, right at this moment.
Absolutely. Generates buzz, focuses attention. Strategic.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. Basically, the big takeaway is that Variety launching this Broadway version of Actors on Actors is, well, it's a pretty noteworthy event.
Yeah. Big names from film and theater, talking craft, head to head.
And it's all happening, crucially, right smack in the middle of Tony Awards voting.
Yep. That intersection of star power, potentially really insightful chat, and just smart timing.
Yep.
And people can check it out online starting April 22nd.
Right. So here's maybe a final thought to chew on. When you look at these diverse pairings, Clooney and LuPone, Culkin and Snook, McDonald and Gyllenhaal, all these different backgrounds, what kind of surprising moments, those aha insights, do you think might actually come out of it?
That's interesting.
Like, what could actors from such different training or primary mediums reveal about the core experience of, performing? Is there something universal they'll hit on?
Or maybe highlight the specific challenges of their respective fields. Yeah.
And maybe what does this kind of cross-pollination between Hollywood and Broadway actually tell us about how performance itself is maybe evolving or staying the same? Lots to think about there.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have the ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're